Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Art 196, Introduction to Designing Web Graphics for the fall semester 2021. Today, we're going to continue working on styling tables. On Tuesday, we worked on the first table, creating a header, adjusting widths for the four columns, also adding borders to designate one row from another, pared down from basic table structure, but decidedly more elegant and easily readable. It's much easier to read than a traditional table. It looks really, really nice. I think it's very functional. So I encourage all of you in the future, if you decide to use a table for any reason, then you might want to pull out the style sheet that we've created in this lesson and apply it. I think it works really nice. We also took and from the first table that we added was an HTML file. So it was already a table that was already added. That was already created, and we just simply plopped it in, pasted it in. The second table that we have applied is one that was tabular data. So it could have been from an Excel spreadsheet. That's what I'm looking at right down here, and it's kind of scrolling up and down because, again, my internet connection is making it kind of herky-jerky. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and style it based on what we've done up here. But remember, we only had 4 columns in the first table, and we have 5 columns in the second one. So we're going to apply probably the one that's designated day. We're going to take what we use in cost and apply it to it. But we need to create custom classes for each one of these columns, just as we did for the first table. In addition to that, we're also going to add something called a caption for each one, which is basically kind of a title for each of the tables. And that's very easy to do. The last thing that we will do next Tuesday will be to create a media query for the tables so that when they're viewed on a smartphone, they resize and conform to that screen's and look really good. They still look really good. It's not merely shrinking them down, but they are reformatted entirely for the smartphone, and it takes a bit of work to do that. So I'm going to leave that for Tuesday. So the first thing that we need to do here is, you'll notice along the top, we have class, description, length, day, and cost. This should be a header. So I'm going to switch. I don't have to switch, but I could select any one of these cells in here. Okay, I don't want the whole table. And see, when we're in live view, it might be a little difficult. But notice, for example, I have table data at the bottom here, like we did before. I could select and check the box header, and that changes. Okay, and that automatically applies the styling that we had done in the previous on the previous day. I'm going to undo that, and instead I'm going to switch from live view. I could have selected that using the DOM as well, but I'm going to switch from live view to design view. And again, that kind of garbles up things just a little bit, but it makes it easier for me to click and drag and highlight the entire row. And now I can come down here and I can click the checkbox for header. And again, they're already styled. Very nice. So I'm going to go back from design view to live view. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create classes for each one of those columns. And I got to scroll down. Come on. There we go. Okay. So what I need to do over to the right is make sure that I have my CSS designer displayed. And because my screen, there we go. Oh, come on. Is a bit herky-jerky. I'm going to take where it says cost. I'm going to go ahead and select section cost. Okay. And I'm going to right click. And what I want to do is I want to copy all styles. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new class and name it day. So this will be section space dot day for the next one over here. Okay. So let me scroll down. There we go for day. That's what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new selector here. And I want this one to be section space dot day. Hit the return key twice. And with it selected, I'm going to right click. Okay, come on, right click. And I want to paste styles into that. So I've basically taken what I had designed for the cost and applied it today. But if I scroll down again, and it keeps scrolling up and down, I don't know why it's doing that. You'll notice that really nothing has changed in here. So now that I've created that style for day, I can do this one at a time, or I can do it at the end, but I'll do one now to show you how it works. Is that I need to switch back to design view. And this is what we did the other day. And I need to select, come on. There we go. I need to select each of the cells contained in day. Come on, there we go. There we go. And then I need to go down to the bottom in our properties panel, and where it says class, I need to search for the one that says day. So I'm going to scroll just as we did before, and it should go a little quicker on your computer because you're not having to broadcast like I am right now. But if it does get a little, slow, just take it, one at a time and be careful. Again, if anything is slightly misspelled or off, there will be an issue. So I'm in the C's right now, and I got to scroll slowly to get to the D's, to get to day, and then make sure that that class is applied to that. And that's what we're going to do for each one of these now. We're going to take and either copy a selector and then rename it, and then apply the same or different settings to it, and then make sure that the there it is right there, day. Now that should automatically change it, and it does. Notice that the days are now centered. And if I switch from design view and I go back to live view, everything is styled just a little bit differently. So I need to scroll down a little bit, because anytime I go from design to live view, it wants to go to the top of the page and down here. So notice that the day and the cost all read much nicer now. So we're going to do that for all the rest of the columns as well. The next one, though, we're going to take length, and we're going to take and copy cost, but rename it length, and apply the settings that we had to the same settings to it. So it's just a different way of doing it. We copied the styles from cost and then created a new style and named it day. But what we can also do is we can duplicate this one and rename it. And then again, make sure over here that everything is the class is applied to it in that column. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on section cost. And I want to duplicate it this time. So just different ways of approaching it. Whatever works best for you. So there's a duplicate of it, section.cost. And I'm going to rename this one length, I believe. Yes, length. Okay, LENGTH. Hit the return key twice. And again, now I have a new one, a new class that I've created for the next column that we have named length, but now I need to apply it. So again, I'm going to come down here and scroll down. Come on, there we go. And I'm going to switch back from live view to design view. I'm going to select all of the cells here in length. And I'm going to apply that class that we just created. So just one column at a time, adjusting it so that we get a better fit here. So now they're all selected. Now I can come down to the bottom and I can apply the class length that we just created. It was based on cost. So I got to scroll all the way down to the L's. And as you can see, there are lots of possible classes that you will never use in a lifetime. But some programmer did this many moons ago. This is all was created, I believe, Bootstrap. So I'm at the G's. Let me scroll down to one. It just froze. There we go. So let me go back up. I don't want that. Gotta start over again. Oops. I'm sorry, but it froze. Now I wish you could type it in, but it doesn't allow you to do that. You just have to scroll through all of these until you find the right class. So this is, you know, I don't know if it's a glitch with Dreamweaver. Or not, but again, right now it's presenting a problem here. L, okay, jumped ahead just a little bit. I'm in the M's now. And I don't want that. I need to come back. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is just, it's not scrolling smoothly the way it should. Okay, there we go. See, we're all the way back again. It's just not getting me to where I want to be. So unfortunately, this is going to take a minute or two. Let me go ahead and pause my recording. And I got to remember to turn it back on until I find it. So after several minutes of tinkering with this silly thing, I was able to select the proper class. But again, my computer is kind of going really herky-jerky on me here. So I'm going to scroll down here and see that if I can get it. I'm glad there's only a little bit more to do today. So that should be centered. Let me see that it is applied. And if it isn't, I'm going to pause again. Unfortunately, I can't, let me see if all of these are length. God damn. This is painful, painful, painful. Let me switch from live view to design view. Maybe that will help. And if I click inside here, and that's the wrong one. That's tech success. So I don't know what the hell I did. I thought I selected length. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause again. Zoom recording. So once again, glitch. Again, everything is very, very sluggish this morning. Not like the other day. And I don't have anything else really turned on, but you can see now that under length, we have 4 weeks. Come on. That it all reads nicely in one row and that it's centered. So the next one that we have to do now, I'm just doing them one at a time, is we have one for description. So what we want to do for description, though, is we're going to take the date and we're going to duplicate it. Okay, so I'm going to select date, right click, and duplicate, and we're going to rename it description. And I'm going to go over to the width, and we're going to change it from 6 M's to 10 M's. And I have to go through the same thing. Now, description is fortunately on the D's. So let's go ahead and select. Instead of 6 M's, we're going to change that to 10 M's. Now I have to scroll down again and switch to design view. Oh, come on. There we go. So now we have to select all of these in description. And do the same thing. Now we need to go down to class. And hopefully it will be easier because it is under the D's, which isn't that far down. Far enough, huh? Lots of C's. Description. So that should change. Only, yeah, a question from Delvin. Are the H2 tags in sidebar 2 supposed to be green only if they are wrapped in a section tag? If they're not wrapped in a section tag, then no, they won't. They will be black. So I think I put 10 M's. Now I got to change the class for the last one here. We're going to change. So let's take, hold on one second here. So I goofed. Notice how the columns are messed up now. So what I need to do is I had description. I wanted, this one was set to 10 M's. And event should be, so I'm going to take everything that we had for event. Let's say section event, and I'm going to copy and paste all of those in there. Come on. There we go. I'm going to select this. I'm going to right click and I want to copy styles. Oh, come on. Let me deselect. So event, and I want to, it's not going to allow me to copy styles. Why not? Okay. Well, under description, I'm going to delete the description because that's just not working. Let me just turn that off so that that changes. And that should update that. But what I do need to do, yeah, that's better. I need to change the one for class. That's the one that I needed to change. So what I need to do now is I'm going to take I'm going to take the event and I'm going to duplicate it. And this is the one I'm going to apply 10 M's to. Okay. So let's scroll down. And this one is going to be class, section.class. CLASS, return key twice. And now width, this one needs to be 10 M's. So I'm going to switch, hold on. There we go. Let me go back to, wow, something that should have taken me 20 minutes, just going on and on and on. Let me switch. Go back to, come on. Live view. And see what we have here. Scroll down. So let's see if we have one, if I was able to create that one for section class. There we go. We wanted the width for this to be 10 ems. Come on. Ten ems. There we go. Now I have to apply it again. And again, fortunately, class is not too far down. It's under the C's, so we should be able to apply it, not with too much trouble. But again, I need to switch. God damn. I need to switch from live view to design view. And then I need to select all of these down here. Let's scroll. Let's click here. Scroll down to the bottom. Hold down the shift key and select all the rest. And now I need to apply the class. Class. Right there. Well, let's see how that changes. And that looks much better, finally. Damn. I'm going to make sure all of this, I'm going to switch back to live view. Check this out, make sure that it's working properly. And even if it isn't, we're almost done for the day. So I'll leave it to you. Hopefully your computer is a little bit speedier than mine today. And I have one more thing to do and then we're done for today. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that looks much better. Now, yeah, come on. Yeah, so that's styled nicely. Notice how it's just popping up and down, herky-jerky. As soon as I log off with all of you guys, it won't do that. There's one more thing that we need to do though, and then we'll be done for today. And I said that's to add a caption to this. So to be able to add a caption, we can do this from code view. In fact, we have to do it from code view. I'm going to click up here and let's we have to apply it to each table. So let's select anywhere in here and then use tag selector if I can and select the table. And then we'll have to style it. I'm going to go ahead and add the caption, but then we have to style it and then we're done. So let me make sure that I have the entire table selected. There we go. So right after, if you're looking in code view, it says right after table width 100, percent border equals 0. I'm going to click and I'm going to hit the return key, return. Yeah. And then before the end of the table row, what I want to do is I want to put caption. So I'm going to go ahead and add left caret and I'm going to put caption. Okay, and right caret, and then it should, as soon as I do a new one here, the closing tag, it should add that. Then in between, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2021 event schedule. Oh, come on. Can't type today either. Okay. So that should pop up. Come on. It's right here. It's very subtle. And so by styling it, we're going to center it, change the size, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to do, before I do that though, I'm going to go down to the next, before I style it, I'm going to go ahead and go down to the next table and do the same thing and add a caption to that. So I need to scroll, go down to the next one, click anywhere inside here, use the tag selector to make sure that the, again, table is selected so I can find it in my code view here. Come on. And again, my computer is just very sluggish, so yours shouldn't do this. Why it's not allowing me to select the table. Let's try it from here. The second table over in the DOM. Try this one. The second one, it is. There we go. So the same thing, right after where it says table width 100% border equals 0. I'm going to click the cursor right after that caret. I'm going to hit the return key. And again, I'm going to put in caption. So left caret, caption, right caret, and then another left caret, and then a closing tag. It knows to add the closing tag or caption. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2021 class schedule. There we go. Okay, so that's been added. And again, that's going to pop up in a second. It's a teeny tiny little text. And now we need to style a table caption. So what we need to do here is create a new selector. Okay. And as soon as I do this, we are done. I was done a while ago. So I need to create a new one. Come on. There we go. So I want this to be table space caption. Table space caption. And the reason we don't need any periods or anything like that is because these are both HTML elements. And as soon as that pops up, I can begin to style it. So again, we go through there, and margin top is going to be 20 pixels. Margin bottom is going to be 10 pixels. So it's just going through the steps now and making sure that each one of these is correctly added. Change the color of the text, the size of the text. We're going to go ahead and, no, sorry, that should be removed. We just want margin top done. It was the padding at the bottom. It should be 10 pixels. Come on. There we go. Padding at the bottom. So come on. Come on. There we go. Color. And that apply. Anytime it says color, then that's what applies to the text. We want it to be the green. And that's the 090. Okay. We want the size to be 160%. So I'm just waiting for my computer to catch up with me, and it's just taken a long time to do all of this. So that should be 160%. There, it changes the size. That's good. We want it, the weight to be bold. So we've got the size, alignment, and alignment we want centered. And line height, we want to be 1.2. Come on. There we go. Line height, we want to be 1.2 ems. And I'll get to font weight again in a minute. So this is in ems. Come on. I want to be 1.2 ems. (1.2) and the font weight bold. And there you have it. I hope Tuesday is not as frustrating as today, just to let you know, because to style these tables for a smartphone requires a lot of tedious input of information to adapt it for the size of the small size of the smartphone screen. So I apologize for the computer lagging again, but it's going to do that from time to time. So far, everything looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and file, save all. Make sure that it's looking nice. I'm not sure why on some days everything is working really smoothly, and on other days, everything just lags like crazy. I have no other applications going on here. I thought I had before. I've had Photoshop open and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So that's it for today. I appreciate your patience, and I will have this up on YouTube within an hour or so. Okay. So I'm going to say goodbye. I got a meeting I have to attend, and I will see all of you on Tuesday. That's it. Bye-bye.